in this open world survival game, and see if it's worth the pizzazz. And of course, you can check out this game with the link popping up in the chat right now. And a big thank you to the developers and the publishers who has provided us the Steam key to. Oh, it was really hard to get that out. It's providing us with the Steam key and the IGC, who is letting us showcase this on their behalf. So let's get into Above Snakes. And I want to see, is Above Snakes like serpent monsters, sand monsters? Are we talking trimmers, or is this some other kind of sand above snake? I'm noticing I'm having like some weird audio thing. You guys are probably hearing it, but I'm hearing it. There we go. How about that? How about them apples? All right, let's start a new journey. We're going with the middle because we always do. Whoa. Okay, so this complete adventure mode. Experience the story of Above Snakes as attended. New biomes unlocked with linear story progression. Then the exploration mode. For seasoned explorers, you choose the order of the stories in which the biome to unlock next. All biomes of, oh, this is cool. Kind of like a roguelike setup. No tutorial, requires knowledge of the game. Dialogues can be out of order. We're doing adventure mode because I have no idea what we're doing. And it's probably for the best. We know what we're doing. I mean, you know, just throwing it out there. It could be... we could be completely lost. There's a forest fire going on. This seems like it's we got some indigenous people here. Are we also... is this like centered around indigenous people? That'd be really cool.
The conflict between the settlers and the first people was at its peak. The drums of war echoed across the land like a never-ending thunder. While war raged on, a love blossomed
like a
from
Wesker.
fields of hate. And from that love, a child was born. Ayana, who had eventually grown into her own, chose to travel the lands and learn for herself the histories of her lineage. With a heavy heart, her mother stayed behind in a town called Corpse Creek. On one fateful evening in Corpse Creek,
good old
the
Corpse
midnight
Creek.
skies were interrupted by a light of brilliant green.
Space aliens!
Awe of such an event quickly dissolved into horror as a flurry of stones of flame descended upon the town. Most folks fell victim to the debris and smoke that consumed the land, though the
Zombies?
survivors quickly discovered that the bodies did not remain still for long. That night,
Alien
Ayana
zombies!
had stayed in a lumberjack settlement far away from her beloved mother.
Perfect. Alien zombies. This is the kind of storied gameplay I'm looking for. The next morning. F in chat. Ooh, we can play this with the... Whoop. Whoop. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on, partners. We're playing with a controller? Just, I prefer controller. Like keyboard and mouse, I've been preferring with Baldur's Gate, even though you can play with controller. But if given the option, I usually take controller. It's just better for my hands.
Hey!
Ayana! Are you awake? Uh-oh. No, I'm not trying to sleep. How do I get out of the damn house? It was really cramped in here with everyone sleeping in one room last night. Oh, what's this? I'm gonna grab my paperwork. Your backpack. L1 to open your backpack. You can access your backpack at any time. You can manage your inventory, craft items, and view your current quest. Note that some items require a special crafting station nearby to craft. I got my backpack. Crafting items and crafting upgrades, shelter stuff, and my outfit too. Look at that, it's the quest log. Alright, let's go. Oh shit! This is a body! I don't know about this body. Rotate camera to the left, right. Sometimes things can be hard to see from certain angles. You can zoom and rotate camera with the right analog stick. Your curved reel. Oh, it's a snappy kind of camera. Oh, as you guys, if you are a long-time viewer of my channel, you know I don't typically like to, when I do indie first looks, I try not to learn too much about the game before playing, because I like to go in cold. It just makes it so my opinions are a little real, a little more real, and my feel is a little more, I think, honest about the games that I'm playing, because I'm put off on a different, I get on different tangents like this one. So I kind of saw this game on the surface and did a little bit of research. Did not notice Space Zombies. Space Zombies was not on the menu. This game looks cool. It really does look cool. The art style is really spot on. Oh my, oh my. Sniffles and weeps. What are we gonna do? The hole that came over us. Listen. Oh, how can I help? Is there anything I can do to help? Wipes a tear from her eyes. Actually, yes. The whole town is in ruins, so we can use all the help we can get. We would need logs to rebuild. Even though we have that sawmill over there, I doubt whether we have enough logs to rebuild the houses. Do I research the games before I get them? Okay, kind of. It depends on what I'm doing. Where it actually depends on where I'm getting the games. So if the game is from the IGC, so the Indie Game Collective, I do very little research. I research the genre. I research basic mechanics. I look into the developers to make sure they're ones that I want to represent, and do very light stuff. I don't get into story and deeper mechanical stuff into games when they're up on the IGC showcase board. They give us kind of a list of games that we could pick from, and we pick and choose, and I pick the games that interest me and I feel are ones that represent my channel and that I like to represent in the end. Other games like Myth Force and Spiritfall and things like that, and some other games that are coming up, they're ones I went out my way and contacted personally. I did when it's those kind of games, I do a lot of research. I research the companies, the developers, I research the games themselves, make sure the mechanics, what kind of game it is, fits with what I want to do. And I do way more research for games that I seek out personally than ones that I get sent from the IGC, or the ones that I make agreements with the IGC. So if I'm looking to play a game, I'll usually do a ton of research on the game, so they're a little less they're a little less of a surprise. And usually I'm reading the press releases and stuff like that too. What did you see last night? So yeah, like for Myth Force, we did play the demo cold, but I did way more research getting into that agreement and getting access to that game than I did for something like Above Snakes, which I go into this one a little more colder, which honestly I kind of prefer it. So there's pros and cons on both sides, because I do prefer going in completely uneducated on the game that I'm about to play. The whole house shook last night. Did you go outside and see anything? When I felt the rumble, I jumped out of bed and ran outside. I saw the skies crack open and suddenly these black and green stones came hailing down. That's when I ran in the house where you stayed, trying to find shelter. Ask her if she has an axe. Where, you got an axe? To get you some logs, I'm gonna need to chop some wood with my axe. Do you have an axe I could borrow? I've been searching for my axe, but my axe, but I can't find it among these ruins. Good, great. I'm gonna have to craft my own. I do have this flint though. If you tie it to a strong branch, perhaps you could craft yourself a primitive axe. I also have these hard antlers for you, which may be useful. There should be plenty of materials around here to craft some primitive tools. Alright, we're about to go Minecrafting. It looks like these people need my help. I need an axe to help chop down some trees. But Joanne, the fabric store, only has given me flint. Let's see what around here can craft a primitive axe. So we need to craft... We need a primitive... We need to get branches from a pine tree. Alright. Searching this pine tree, what do you got? Searching this pine tree, what do you got? Searching this pine tree, give me what you got. I might have enough for an axe now. Okay, let's do this. So oh, you only need one branch. One flint, one branch. Let's craft it. Nice. It's a very, straightforward... With this primitive axe, I could take down trees to get lumber. Equip your primitive axe. Chop a tree, gather some lumber. I crafted an axe. Okay, how do I equip it? Whoop, 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 whoop. Triangle. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. It's the backhand spin attack that's really getting me. Gathering rocks. Rocks are another useful resource for building. I can make a primitive pickaxe and smash some rocks around here. I'll get back to that pickaxe. I'm here to smash some logs. Oops. Well, while we're here, let's... Okay, let's just hit this bush. Screw you, bush. I got me some plant fibers. Oh, maybe I should actually make a pickaxe. What's this? Primitive pickaxe. That is a cool looking pickaxe. Nice. Oh, she has something to tell me. All right, time to get started, won't you say? The sawmill was only set up to saw lumber. Plus, it's unusable in its current state anyway. So we'll have to build a log cabin instead of a plank one. But first, oh my, how can I forget? Before we can build a new house, we need to take down some of the old ones. My mind really is mush these days. Oh, same. Same, Joanne. I've been like completely mushed. If you craft a hammer, you can use it to tear down my old ruined house to free up some space. And later you could adjust the house if you need to. The Wrecking Squad. If I craft a hammer, I could adjust my buildings and tear down Joanne's. I mean, I'm all for tearing down your house, Joanne. If this is for insurance purposes, I mean, I'm for it. What do we need for this? We need 3 rocks. Oh, I just need plant fiber. Just need plant fiber. Looking for that plant fiber. Oh, we got a critical hit. Axe is increased to 6. Okay, I think we got enough of that sweet, sweet axeness. I want to try this pickaxe. Going in hard. You know what? This is really nice. Visually, it's like really, really nice. I really like the style of it. And you know, I don't get to play many Wild West kind of games. So even being in like this Wild West, even with zombies, it's in that like wheelhouse of, it's newish to me, of a genre, like a world. So kind of digging it. Adjust structures with the hammer. Use the hammer to alter pre-existing buildings or ones you built yourself. You'll get back some of your resources. Joanne, is this your house? Because I'm about to go ham on this thing and... Oh, I thought we could actually smash it. Okay, well... I was hoping we could just smash it, but so whatever. To start building, I need to make a workbench. Some plants around here should have plant fibers that I need. I mean, we're gonna look. I think I have enough for... Smash more homes. They are worth 1 person wrecking crew. Okay, how am I setting this up? Oh, it's in my inventory. Just pull this out of my pocket. L1 to rotate. Ooh. Put it right here. Interact with the workbench. With your workbench, you can craft building parts to create shelters, crafting stations to refine your resources, and both useful and decorative furniture. Upgrading a workbench enables you additional crafting recipes, but requires certain materials. I cleaned up this mess and the meteorite created. Time to build new homes for Joanne. There is more lumber at the old sawmill. What are we gonna do about this dead body, though? It's just sitting there, being dead. Craft at least 4 foundations at the workbench. Oh, okay, so we're going straight into just doing her bidding. Hay bed, where is our foundation? Log foundation. One, two, 3, 4. I guess we build your home. Joanne, I'm building your home. Shelter and perks. The better the shelter is constructed, the more shelter it provides. The more shelter it provides, the more perks it will unlock that give bonuses. Joanne, you're gonna give us some bonuses. Sweet, sweet bonuses. I'm going for a modern style floor foundation. Build a new home with walls and roof. Apparently she needs walls and roofs. We need a lot of branches and lumber. So we need 1, 2, 3. You know what? I just now realized, let's not, can I move? This is a very questionable. This is very questionable. This is fine. We're gonna rebuild this. That made a symbol I was not expecting it to make. Oh, I am not going to have that. No way. No way. We're gonna put these correctly. Oh my god. No. No. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna get. Oh gosh, I feel so bad. If anybody noticed what I did accidentally, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. That was not my intention. Search pine tree. Well, I'm taking this pine down. Definitely am not reminiscing of the accidental. Let's go. Let's just ignore it. But I need branches and stuff. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of pine. Have you ever really screwed around with a pine tree? It's a messy business. Like fresh pines. My grandfather, when I was little, he was like really big into like gardening and stuff in his retirement days. He used to build airplanes for the weapons company. That was his like, he retired as a medic from the he left the military as a medic, and then went into working as a chief welder for a aerospace program or company, and ended up building military plane bombers and stuff. It was just, I always found it like it was a closed circle. He actually wrote a book about his days as in Vietnam as a medic, called Hey Doc, because he was a field medic and a Bronze Star recipient. Taking down the trees. Anyways, he had a lot of pine trees in their house, and my grandma decided that it all had to come down so they could clean up the backyard, make it nicer or something. We had to cut down some pine trees. They are messy. Yeah, messy business. Never again. After that day, I vowed never to fell a tree, because I hate working with sap. Oh shoot! We need our pickaxe. Ah! Take that rock. Do you smell what the antlers are cooking? Got it. Look at all those rocks. I used to watch WWF, like wrestling and stuff, when I was a kid. I always thought it was really fun to watch. It was like soap operas for kids and adults. I never liked The Rock. I was always anti-Rock whenever he was on SmackDown and stuff. I'm not sure why this is a discussion I wanted to have, but this is what we're talking about while we're building this house. I gotta say, the crafting in this game, super straightforward. That requires way more walls than I expected. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we didn't need to build that many because we have this too. Funny enough, my grandfather, going back into my family's military days, my grandpa, very proud military person. I was originally working towards being a helicopter pilot in the Army, and my grandpa's the one that steered me away from it. Later on that year, 9/11 happened, and I kind of probably lucked out, I guess. He was right. My actual dad, who served in Vietnam, he was just an automatic no. He was not going to let me join the Army anyways. There's two kinds of Vietnam vets. Let's get some pine trees, baby. Grabbing them branches good. Ooh, we got a feather. Now, again, getting back to actually talking about this game that I'm playing. It's really nice. So what I'm getting a sense from already playing it is that it feels like a very cozy survival game. Yeah, space zombies, but so far it feels kind of cozy in a way, if you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. Oh, your brother wanted to be a helicopter pilot too? I was obsessed with Apache helicopters, the old Korean War Hueys, and Navy Cobras. And I really wanted to be a helicopter pilot. And I actually scored well to pursue that path. But my grandpa stepped in and pulled me away from doing that. And I was junior in high school, and I graduated in 2001. So I would have been definitely flying in an area in a war that I did not agree with. Oh, Apaches were his favorite too? I mean, the Apaches are really cool helicopters. I used to build model Apaches all the time. But you wanted to join when you were a teen, before 9/11? It's, looking back, like, I have no problem with serving. I have so much my family served, and proud of their service and all that. My family has a very complicated and mixed feeling about military service and how they served. Like, again, my grandpa, he served. He was proud to be a medic, and he saved lives, and he was awarded a Bronze Star for bravery and all that kind of stuff. My dad saved people's lives and rescued POWs in Vietnam War, and there's a lot of pride in the things that my family did, except my uncle. My uncle did some shitty things in the army, but we don't talk about that. But there's a lot of pride in it. But yeah, they were the first ones to be like, yeah, don't join. Especially after Vietnam, the illusion was broken for my grandpa. Let's build this. Should we just build a really funky house for Joanne here? Will she care that her house looks kind of weird? I'm going for that Art Nouveau. Like, I'm definitely going for a look. Oh, that's not terrible. Okay, so the crafting and the building, really easy to get a hold of, like get your mind around it. And the resources are popping up pretty good. And the actual vibe of this game is very chill. Wowee! Look at their home. Great work, Ayana. There's something else that requires our immediate attention, though. I just realized that person lying over there is still breathing. Oh my gosh, she's been laying there that whole time? He inhaled the smoke of the meteorites last night and fainted. Later, some debris seemed to have wounded him. When I found him this morning, I checked him and was certain that he was not breathing anymore. But maybe there's still hope for him. Hope as a zombie? Do you know what to do? Tell her you've never provided medical care. Yeah, I know how to help. Bandages will stop the bleeding. Right, we'll need some bandages. Maybe there's still some left in the clutter of the old sawmill. Stop the bleeding. There's a wounded person lying in the hunter's rest. He still seems to be alive. I should search for some band-aids and try to help him. Oh gosh, this guy's wrecked. Okay, so sprint and stamina. You can take your short sprints to move faster. Be aware that sprinting costs stamina. If your stamina is low for a longer period of time, it'll have a negative effect on our fatigue. Okay, so I just need to press it in. Whee! I just love the tuck and roll. Oh, hey! I did. Wait a minute. I did not think there was anybody in this sawmill. Hey there. How do you sleep? I slept fine. You? That's great, I guess. My night wasn't as good as yours. The sound and green lights kept me awake. Like there was something outside. And have you seen this place is ruined? Used to be so cozy in here with everybody. Yeah, buddy. Well, I'm off to do some stuff. Miscellaneous book. We'll take that. Ooh, a pocket watch. A rarity. Collectors will pay a good price for this. We'll take that book too. Got a candle holder. A deck of cards. Yeah, you know what? I'm taking it all. Band-aids. Yep, good old Band-aid. It'll definitely fix everything. We're taking all the books. Because I have a feeling we're going to be using these books. Dude. How is this little Band-aid? This guy's just pouring blood. Here you go, Imbrosive. Oh no. He's turned into one of those things, you mean a zombie. Be careful, they're extremely aggressive. Learn to perform a dodge roll. Performing dodge rolls will help you during fights. These lands are full of dangers, especially at night, such as wildlife or lost souls that are roaming around since the plague. Be careful. Whee! Come and get me, buddy. Come and get me. Like, should I... Ah! I've been attacked. Woo! Okay, stamina's kind of, or the rolls are kind of tough, but I think I'll figure them out. Yeah, get wrecked, buddy. Get wrecked. Very appropriate. New bone. Ooh, bone axe. Are we gonna? Oh dear. Are we gonna harvest this guy for bones and use it to build an axe? That poor guy. I think that people who inhaled the smoke of the meteorites are turning into these monstrosities. You mean alien zombies? It's so horrible. You look pale. Are you okay? Oh shit. I'm turning. Tell her you're okay. Hey, I could have been better. There were times I felt better, to be honest. I can't imagine that. Right? You can imagine that I've had moments where I felt better. Maybe you should get something to eat. We should have some food around. The surroundings of Hunter's Rest always have berry bushes of plenty as well. Why don't you use this map to search for some berries to snap? Hand over map. Don't starve. Hard work and fighting has made me hungry. I should find some berry bushes and eat a bite. Place a plains world piece, eat some berries, return to Joanne. Okay, so this is the part that was really like drew me to this game. That I was like super excited about, and it's how you create the world around you. And I felt it was like a really cool aspect of Above Snakes and as a survival game, and that it has its own tile laying, like world tile laying mechanic. And if you know me, I really like tile laying games. So I haven't talked a lot today. I really love tile laying games, so this actually drove me like to really want to play this. So creating world pieces. R1 to create a world piece. The pieces. The world of Above Snakes consists of world pieces. Each piece has its own biome and contains various resources. Some world pieces are unique, while others can appear multiple times. Let's done do it. Create a new world piece. The plane. This is just so cool. I like it so much. Let's put it here. Anything that lets you kind of shape your world really interests me a lot. So seeing this mechanic in this type of game was really, really interesting. Scouring. To create more world pieces, you need to scour your surroundings first. Your scouring progress is shown at the bottom of the screen. Note that you can stack up scouring to 3 world pieces, but scouring takes longer the more pieces you hold. So that's interesting. So things that I'm interested in finding out about, and I hope we have time to actually see it in practice, is do world pieces is there a pros and cons of putting certain world pieces next to each other? So like, let's say a lake piece next to a plains piece. I'm curious if there's reason why we'd want to hold on to it. Crashed. There we go. Hold on to pieces a little longer than just using them right away. Sorry, I haven't got a lot of sleep lately, so I'm extra yawning. It's a beehive. I'm not gonna mess with it. Let's collect some huckleberries. Your needs. On the bottom of the interface, you can find your needs. Thirst, hunger, fatigue, sanity, and health. I kind of wish they were colorized. Like, maybe a very, very light shade of blue, orange, red, and, like, black or something. Like, a very, very light shade of color. Because in a UI design standpoint, like UI design for accessibility, I would try to make it so they were I would try to look for some visual cues that could be help with differentiating them, but also something that could help as a not only accessibility but speed of play. Something that where I glance at it, the color of the bar isn't so in tune with the background of the bar, because it's very hard to differentiate the white with the gray. Very little bit of a gripe, but it is something that I noticed. Like I have to take a little bit of time to see that my hunger is a 4th down and my sleep is almost half. It's already 10:20. Not only is it 10 o'clock, it's 10:20 for me. So yes, this is a survival game. I would say this is probably more on the side of a casual survival game, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's space zombies, but so far it's been pretty laid back. Like, pretty laid back, which is definitely not a knock towards it. I'm not like a huge survival game player anyways, so being kind of a more laid back survival game is definitely doing it for me. Let's knock some stuff down. I love that backswing she throws. What? Okay, I should probably eat berries. We got plenty of them. But the whole mechanic that I'm like really excited about is this mechanic where we could lay down tiles. This is a really interesting mechanic because we get to build our survival world the way that we want to lay it out. And the way I'm kind of thinking of it is you're going to want to hold out for certain tiles because it's like, I want to wait for the river tile to be closer to where I am. Maybe that helps with your survival. Maybe you don't want so many of another type of tile near you or something. I'm interested in seeing where it goes. Joanne, where are you? I don't shop at Joanne that often. I'm more of a Michael's person. Joanne's letter. I'm deeply sorry. I had to leave all of a sudden. I've been bitten. No, the frontier sent a carriage to pick up survivors. The least I can do is to leave the cabin to you. You built it after all. They said the plague had been spreading from Corpse Creek. They reported meteorites falling down there too. Absolutely horrible. Some people survived, but most of them fled. If you can talk to them, maybe that will bring some light to the dark. Sincerely, Joanne. Wait, Joanne just like flat out ditched us? I feel like the caravan came, we all jumped board and left you behind. Survivors of Corpse Creek. There must be people who survived the plague in Corpse Creek. What a name. I've heard that there's a camp nearby. To get more information about what happened, I need to see if there are any survivors. Hunter's Rest is left behind by all the survivors. The remaining house offer valuable resources for survival. Use the hammer to take down the remaining 2 buildings to make this place your own. But I like the houses that are already pre-built. My house is looking kind of janky right now. Okay, I don't want to put down a tile yet. So, did this dude already up and leave, or is he still in there? Oh, he built too! What the heck? All these people just bailing on me. Leave little old me behind. Like, I don't feel like the plan was I had in mind was to be left behind. But it's like, oh well, here we are. Let's take down this house. Your shelter. Congratulations on making first shelter in Hunter's Rest. You can keep it and use it for your survival, or take it down and build it up anywhere else. That's completely up to you. This land is full of mysteries to explore, but before I can go exploring, I need a cartography table to work on my map. Okay. I will build a cartography table. Oh no. I want my backpack. I will build a cartography table. How do I build one of those? Do I need an upgrade? Do I need a... Okay. We need 1 ink. How do you make ink? Feather and huckleberry. Oh, shoot. So yeah, like, kind of like what I was saying, this game is very... I'd say very cozy survival. I don't know, I can't really speak on the difficulty of the survivalness, but I'm already kind of getting a sense of... let's put this here. I'm already kind of getting this, like, slight sense that it's... Let's research it. It's not like... It's not meant to be a super dense survival game like The Forest or something. Biomes. During your journey, you will come across different biomes. You can place these biomes wherever you want on the map, but you need to make sure that create transitions between them. The biome on the edge of the world piece needs to match the surrounding world piece. Think about that when placing new biomes. Oh. So here we are. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go on my first break. When we come back, we're going to jump back into Above Snakes and continue our playthrough and check out some biomes and stuff. See what else this game has to offer and just enjoy it. And then we'll get on to our next game later in the night. So be right back. 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Oh, sorry about that. I had to go grab some stuff. Okay, welcome back, everyone, as we play above Snake and see what the world has wrought as meteors fall from the sky and turn people into space zombies. Just, you know, just normal stuff. Normal Western, American Western stuff. And as somebody who was born on the Southwest, well, raised in the Southwest, I can say zombie aliens are true form. Select a perk at your workbench. So we need beeswax to upgrade. Yes, this is survival open world game. Multiplayer or no? I believe it is as far as I know, it is. No, if you need a nap, go for it, man. This is a solo player experience. Let me confirm that. Yeah, it's a single player experience. I can see it being really cool being multiplayer. That would be neat. Fortifies your shelter. Your maximum health increases by 10. I should be asleep. The whetstone. The whetstone sharpens your weapons. Your melee damage increases. Hay beds are softer. Your maximum fatigue and sanity increase. Let's increase our fortification. I find Baldur's Gate way more fun to play by alone than with other people. You feel like you're 60. I mean, there is definitely some days I'm up there with you. I definitely feel my age. I try not to act my age, but I definitely feel it. Oh, I keep hitting those buttons. You know what? Let's check out our house. Let's see what this house is all about. There's no bed. We need to make a bed. Place plains or a forest, plain forest. Find a survivor's camp. There's only 2 boxes. There's more to this game. Are there NPCs? Yes, there were a few NPCs at the beginning. But we actually just haven't run into many others. We're pretty early in the game. The pine forest. To expand my shelter, I should search nearby forests for more resources. New world piece researchable. So what's really cool about this is we're building our world. I don't need a bed. Yeah, pretty much I don't ever use a bed, so real life experiences. What's really cool about this game is the world building aspect, because it's based on tiles, and we're able to like customize it and fill it out the way we want and how we want to approach the game. So it's really kind of a cool aspect. This game seems to have its beds, because I'm just going by what I'm gathering from the cues that are presented to us. So it seems like there are different comfortabilities for beds, because we can upgrade the bed for better stamina recharging. Though I don't think this game is really meant to be super deep. I feel like this game is meant more as a casual, if you're into survival games but you want to like relax while surviving, I feel like this is where this game comes into play. It has a lot of survival aspects, but I think it's really shining. Oh shit, tree! It's really shining in the aspect that it's kind of a cozy game. I'm playing it on controller. I'm kind of just sitting back and hanging out with it. It's working. It's doing what I'm hoping. I'm enjoying the time, but I don't feel like I'm like in mortal danger. It seems like there are monsters with the zombies, but I don't feel like I'm getting hunted every 5 seconds. Well, we just got ourselves some mushrooms. All right, we're going to go back to our cartography table. And then we're going to make a pine tree. We got the rocks. Let's do it. So now we could build pine tree biomes, or pine forest biomes. Bangin'. Upgrade your workbench. If I upgrade my workbench, I'll be able to build more complex things. Every workbench level requires certain resources for upgrading. Let's do it. I think we actually need beeswax, which is, luckily I know where there's a beehive. Beehive. Oh, okay. So every shelter has a level, and every time we level up our shelter, we get to pick one of 3 perks. And once you've locked in that perk, that is the perk you get, and you get locked out of the others. All right, we're going to build a hay bed. It is better than sleeping on the floor and should rest you to the extent requires placement on a foundation. Okay, so there are different levels of bed. It has become dusk. That means that night is close. If you are not willing to fight all kinds of dangers in the wild, you should return to your shelter or build one. It is also wise to have a light source and enough logs to fuel it before the night falls. Oh shit! It is getting dark soon. I should start making a fire. So light fire so I have a light source and a place to cook. Meals provide me with more nutrients than raw ingredients do and also can provide useful buffs. We need a campfire. Let's build the campfire. Let's play. Whoa, shoot. I'm really bad with that button. All right, let's build campfire. Let's place our bed. Ah, yes. Our beautiful fire. Oh shit. I got my axe at the ready. We'll probably go to bed. I'm just curious like what kind of creatures will jump out. Can we make a berry stew? Incredible. What is this supposed to be? Seems pretty much inedible. Okay, we're going berry, berry, berry. And cook. Oh yeah. We made ourselves a berry suit. Okay, we'll save game. And then we'll rest. It's kind of it in a way it has like kind of a Minecraft vibe to it too. All right, here we are. Ooh, that fire actually lasted a lot longer than I expected it to. It looks like we need water and also food. Apparently lots of food. I wish we could cook multiples. Like 4 of these should be good, right? Huckberry bowls. I feel thirsty. There must be some nearby lakes I can get water from. Find a lake and drink water. Okay, we need to find a lake, man. Luckily, our berry soup will satisfy our thirst. You know, getting them huckleberries. I'm curious about these bees. How do we get the bees? I want your hive. I will make it mine. Cutting down this tree. Okay, that's one way to get a hive down. Honey and beeswax. There we go. That's what I needed. I was kind of... See, this is what I mean. Like, typically I'd expect these bees to come at me, like, full on angry. But for the most part, they're just like, whatever. This is definitely a game that allows you just a little bit more breathing room to play. What is this? Log roof flat. Decorative plant. I don't feel like building anything right now. I will check out the survivor camp. And, oh, we need more rocks. We need rocks. I'm off to look for rocks. Off to look for rocks. Rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks and off to look for rocks. Yeah, it's just a really nice game. And I think what it's visually appealing. It's nice and soft looking. It's a really cool aesthetic and a cool, like, alternative history. And just really vibing with it. Again, when it comes to survival games, I don't usually go for them, but the ease of play that this Above Snakes has is definitely like luring me in. It changed my mind on survival games. We're gonna put this here. It'll be nice to have survivors nearby. They're like neighbors. Neighbors you don't want. And I will unlock the plains and lakes they used to tell you about. Well, can I unlock the other thing too? No, I need one more rock. Let's put it here. So now we have a good amount of resources near us. We have forest over there. We have a nice plains area. We have survivor area. And we also have, whoa, we not attacking the water. And we also have a nice spot for water. Apparently drinking water is very tiring. Oh, it's dirty water. It's not fresh, it's dirty. I bet we could cook it. You could drink it, but it may cause stomach illness. Boiling should clean it. That's what I thought. We can clean that water. We have the technology. Boiling some water, that's what they said. Got some fresh water. And of course, we'll check out the, have a little honey. Berries, berry, honey. No. Honey, mushrooms. No. Berry, mushrooms, berries. Yeah, why not? Just cooking up all the stuff we got. All right. Well, we're doing pretty good, I assume. I did not want to drink that. Honey makes me thirsty. All right. I got you. I got you, game. I got you. Okay, so my hotbar is a little full. Little full. I'm just going to bed. Why stay up? Why stay awake? When you too can have the comfort of your own home. We'll also save game. So, just the level of interesting things for your survival. Can't find honey though. We found one honeycomb. Oh, we need more. And what? Like, I mean, honey should make you, if anything, quench your thirst. I'll take that tin can. Yo, people over there, I'm taking your stuff, man. Yes, there are survivors. So these are some survivors here and NPCs. I think they're just kind of here to be quest givers. We haven't really run into any outside of Joanne and the old guy, but they all left. So there are people we could run into. Watching Expendables 3, you're on a mission. Good day, stranger. How did you find us out here in this nirvana? Me and my brother Greg have been out here for days, and we can't go home. What happened? Well, we used to live in Corpse Creek before the night of the flames. During our escape, we lost most of our provisions. What about tell me more about Corpse Creek. Corpse Creek is a big town, and it was once the heart of our community. Lots of people used to live in there before that night. Since those horrible things happened, Oaks Creek is almost abandoned. We used to live there before everything changed. How did you lose your provisions? Well, most of our things in the nearby prairie. When our wagon was toppled in an attack by, well, let's say one of our own. Who attacked you? Well, let's not talk about that for now. It was not an easy moment for us. We are lucky to be alive. This fire and a handful of provisions are all that stands between us and the grave. Maybe it's too much to ask, but we are afraid of going back there. Do you think you can get our provisions back? Yeah, sure. Oh, thank you very much. We'll be here awaiting your return. Okay, so they are kind of like quest givers. I promised to help Sam and Greg Brown by retrieving their lost provisions from the prairie. For Maui. Oh, your families came from Maui? It wasn't a vacation. Yeah, the fire in Hawaii is crazy bad. Were they okay? Pretty sure you're from the Oregon Trail the past life. Why would you say I was from the Oregon Trail? I mean, you're probably right. Is it my southwestern appeal? It's one of my favorite voices I do is the western sheriff. They're in norms. Oh my gosh, norms. My partner and I, when we first moved out, we lived at Norms. Inglewood. I mean, there's only so many Norms. They're a good place if they're clean. I think they're only in Southern California too. You've only had Norms once? I mean, there's times I wish I've only had Norms once. My partner and I, when we first moved out, we were freelancing and a client stole a bunch of money from us. And Norms actually was a good place to go because it was cheap food and it would fill you up really fast. I've love-hate relationship with Norms. I wanna drink this water. Two. Eat this. Eat that. Eat that. Bacon pancakes are good. Bacon pancakes are so good. I'm definitely not gonna judge. Oh, my partner and I used to live at IHOP, so definitely no judgment. We also like Denny's. We had our favorite Denny's dive. And the main reason we like going there was the wait staff was really fun. And they're really good people. And we stopped going there because they all graduated and left. And there was nothing wrong with the wait staff that replaced them. It's just, it wasn't the same. They're gonna get you the biggest steak at Norm's. The steak's probably $3. And it comes with shrimp. Wait, IHOP hides the syrup? I've never had an issue with syrup at IHOP. I feel like they present to you syrup at all times. I read that as I like to go to restaurants with homely, like, plain looking people. Oh my gosh. Well, it's actually been a long time since I've been to a restaurant in person. So, I mean, maybe it's kind of a newer thing. Is syrup theft like a serious problem? I could see IHOP implementing a no syrup out initiative because people stealing syrup. Well, that's a fair enough place to go to. Oh shit, bees! Wait. They have a chocolate syrup now? What in Sam hell is that? That's just chocolate. Yeah, when I used to go to IHOP, their syrup options were just there's like 3 or 4 syrups. And they were pretty straightforward syrups. The bees attack you. There's 6 now. Jeez. Honestly, that's getting to be too many syrups. We're getting to too many syrup time. All right, we're gonna eat. Yum yum yum. This is the part I'm like really bad at survival games. Is the survival part. Like, I'm really bad at feeding myself. Okay, we can lay down another tile. Let's put... Ooh, I want a lake. I want more water. They'll chase you for 3 tiles. I mean, quite possibly. Oh my gosh, level 10. I mean, I've been hearing that you're fully able to get pretty far, like max out your level before you finish the game. Which in a way, I kind of want that. Like, I want Act 3 to be the end game. You should be like level 12 and fully in your prime. Though I have a very sneaking suspicion that they're going to increase the level cap. Now, I don't have confirmation, but I'm assuming that we're gonna have the level cap increase to like 15, and we're gonna get another act. Again, I don't have any I don't have any facts on this, but I'm hoping. I want them to add tabaxis. Tabaxis would be so cool. I want cat people. Your Hellson bugged out in Act 2? Like, how did Hellson bug out? I'm curious. I want to avoid that. Not like my Hellson's doing anything. He's just standing around. But I'm still in Act 1. I'm like so ready to go to Act 2, but I'm still in Act 1 because I want to make sure I finish everything. Oh, interesting. Okay, I want to remove this. Edit world. Oh, I need 2 ink. He was supposed to help you in Act 2. He left the camp and never came back. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a problem. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully they patch it soon. That seems frustrating. Okay, we need to move this. Because I can't put a lake piece next to it. You're trying to do the right things. I mean, I've been really trying to do the right things also. Like I'm trying to be, I wouldn't say like a good guy. I'm being more on the neutral side, but I'm definitely like, edit world, remove this, edit world. I haven't passed Act 1 yet. I'm still in Act 1. And I'm probably going to be there forever because I just started another character because I wanted to try out some of the more unsavory stuff. You've also done the evil act? Oh, so did you dive into the Dark Urge already? Everything I've read is that should be played after you beat the game. Because it has some story stuff. Let's upgrade our workbench. Upgrade that workbench. We got the honeycomb, it's time to upgrade it. Get in upgraded workbench. Okay, how do we upgrade the workbench? Oh, we need plant fibers. Oh. Yes, you can have a scene as a bear. I very much know about this. It has been talked about and discussed quite a bit. Actually, the last panel from Hell, they actually show it. So if you are interested in seeing the bear scene, check out the last panel from Hell, and you'll get to enjoy it. Checking out this workbench. Maybe we need some new tools too. Okay, we got a recipe book. What is this? Pickaxe. +1 gear level. How is this different than our antler? Oh. Well, ooh. Boo. There we go. We need plant fiber. I need to upgrade this workbench. All right, guys, we're going to play for a little bit more. So hopefully we could get a little more of this game explored. But for the most part, as it is right now, it's definitely a survival game. We haven't run into anything hyper aggressive outside of... Oh, what's the glowing? We haven't run into anything like super scary or dangerous yet, except the little bit of that one little zombie. But I don't feel super concerned about zombies right now. Again, I don't think they're going to be a huge threat, but who knows? The survival is very easy to get around. It's definitely on the more casual side. This is definitely a game to get in. I feel like it would be a great introductory to survival games. Probably not up there as like, oh, this is the hardest kind of survival game you'll ever have. But this is definitely up there with, hey, are you interested in survival games? Give this one a shot. I think you'll enjoy it. We need beeswax. We need the beeswax. Find the lost provisions. So we need to get to corpse. We need to get to the corpse town. Corpse Town, USA. Plains and Prairie. Plains and Prairie. Oh, Prairie. This is the thing that's like really driving my interest. Like, it's a fun game, right? It's kind of the kind of game that you're expecting it to be like this. But the world building part, the tile building, is like so cool. I love that. It's the part that I'm loving the most, actually. Oh, so now we get to build lost provisions because we have the prairie unlocked. Very interesting. New world piece researched. We just did that. All right. Very, very interesting. They say the game is very interesting, and I say it is. All right, we want to expand my house out a little bit more. Like, I've played more complex, more demanding. Again, not a knock towards this game. This is just to get to my points here. I've played more demanding and complex survival games. And typically, I'm not like a big fan of them. But this one is definitely more on the casual, cozy side. And definitely something I could get my teeth into. Like, I feel comfortable playing it. I feel like this is definitely a game I could like sit back, enjoy for the night, maybe in between a little bit of a little playthroughs of Baldur's Gate, you know. But it's definitely a game I could sit back and enjoy. I don't feel super threatened by the world. I'm not I don't feel like doom and gloom and everything I've worked on is about to be stripped away from me. This is the bathroom. But it's definitely like, it's survival light in all the best ways. I don't know what I'm building, but it is something. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. All right, we need to find more beehives. Yeah, as far as a D&D campaign, the game's actually pretty tame. I've been into some pretty raunchy D&D campaigns. This one's pretty tame. I'm making an amazing wood mansion. My goal is to build the Winchester house. If you I have a feeling you know what the Winchester's house is, but my goal is to build the Winchester's house. Doors that will go nowhere to keep the spirits at bay. If you're not aware of the Winchester's house out there, oh yeah, Lloyd knows, but some people might not. Winchester's house is a house made by the heirs of Winchester rifle. The wife of Mr. Winchester of the gun company felt really awful about, the story is she felt really horrible about the so many of the dead, that so many people that were killed by the weapon, and as a way to, no, I don't even think it was like out of like penance or anything, but a way to escape these spirits. She just had she had her house built with, it was built in a weird maze-like way with doors that lead all over the place, windows that open to nowhere, doors that are on the roof and things like that, to confuse the spirits, because she was so terrified that she was haunted by the spirits of the people killed by Winchester rifles, or Winchester guns. So very fun and interesting story. A really cool place to go to too. They're making a movie about it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look that up. That'd be an interesting movie too. I'm gonna snooze this ad. Oh, it already came out? Ooh. If it's good, I might want to see that, because it's an interesting story. Provisions. All right, guys, let's go see what this provisions is all about. It came out in 2018. Wait. What are you saying? It's not 2019? Hey, Lloyd, thank you for re-upping your sub. It has been 7 months. Holy cow. Congratulations on that 7-month subscription. Keep the good times going. Back, zombie. Oh, zombie. Oh. You want to reach 120 months? Well, I'm here for it. I'll be here for you. I'll be here for you to provide you the place to get 120 months. I'm not sure if there's range weapons yet. We haven't seen any range weapons. Combat's a little chunky. I wouldn't call it smooth. It's not like super intuitive, but it's also not very like threatening. So there is a dodge. The dodge is a little slow on the go. So I'm definitely not doing roguelite runs with it, but it's there. It's suitable. If there's I would assume there's probably bow and arrow. There's most likely going to be ranged weapons. I haven't seen any, so I can't guarantee, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be. Because we do hunting. We'll be hunting for food and stuff, so it only makes sense to have some kind of range weapon. Ooh, wild carrots. Poor thing must have died when the wagon toppled. But what tore off its head? Oh, we can't take the horse head? Well, we got a key. Wait, do we loot it? Found the provisions. Well, how am I gonna get this? Oh my gosh, is it shooting its gut? Ah! Yeah, I wouldn't rely on your roll. It's definitely not the most smoothest combat. It's suitable. It's definitely suitable. Let's loot this body. Lost soul necklace. How do I get this cart? Oh, I just returned to them. Okay. Yeah, the way the combat's set up, it's definitely playing. It's definitely telling me that this is more of a casual game than like a hardcore survival. This is your in between, and absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'll thank heaven this should be enough to keep us going for another couple months at least. I hope we can go home to Corpse Creek. We own the trading post out there, but I can't imagine what state it is in right now. Okay. Later, Gator. Thank you for retrieving those provisions. They're a real lifesaver after what happened to us in that prairie. No problem. I'm trying to help after everything that's happened to the poor people of my old hometown. God, I miss her. Sorry, I'm drifting away. Who are you referring to? Maybe it's not best to dwell in sadness on events in the past. Anyway, we'd be able to bring our tents, but they all got ripped up, you see. Would you do us another favor? We need to patch up them holes in the tents. Okay. Of course I'll help you. How do we fix the tents? Great. Would you happen to have any spare fabric for us? If you don't have any fabric, maybe you can find some cotton and make some. Oh my gosh, these guys don't do shit. They don't do nothing. All right, guys. I think this is where we're going to stop our playthrough of Above Snakes and move on to our next game after our break. So, my thoughts of Above Snake. It is what it is on the can, and that is an open world survival game. And honestly, it does a really decent job of being an open world survival game. I'm wondering if there's boats. I think there's a lot more to this game that is like on just under the surface. There's so much stuff that we could upgrade in the workbench. These shelter perks are really cool. and a great addition. It tells me that there's going to be attacks on our buildings, the different stuff that we'll be able to build: furnaces, anvils, sawmills, fletching table. Oh, gunsmith. So there's a gunsmith and a bow and arrow table. So definitely things for ranged weaponry and more advanced stuff. We also have things over here for clothing and our different stats, which is definitely cool. And of course, our little quest log. This is a very straightforward survival game with a really cool tile laying world building mechanic that I just absolutely love. For the most part, really enjoy this game. I think this is a very casual experience. This is definitely a game that you could blow off a little bit of steam. You could wind down with it instead of working yourself up. It's not up there as a survival game like something like The Forest. It's definitely a little more low key, a little slower, a little more at ease and in peace than something like a more hardcore survival game. But honestly, there's too many crazy survival games on the market. Seeing one more catered towards isometric survival that's more cozy and more slower and easier to approach, it's a welcome addition to the survival genre. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. And I do like the world building. I think that is a very cool little touch added to the experience. Being able to build the world that you want, making sure every playthrough is a little different. It's definitely a cool little feel to making this more of your own and being able to build out your house the way you want it and having a wide range with not many limitations of how you want to build out that home. It's super cool. Definitely worth checking out. I'm going to drop off the link in the chat. This game was gracefully brought to you by, provided to us for free of charge by the developer and the publishers who let us check out this game for free and give us game key. Very kind of them to let us show it off to you guys and show you what it's all about. And of course, the Indie Game Collective letting us showcase this game on their behalf. Big thank you to all of them, and a big thank you to you guys for hanging out and watching us play Above Skies. Or Snakes. Above Snakes. Definitely a cool game. Definitely check it out. Add it to your wish list. All right, I'm gonna go on my next break, and then when we get back, we're gonna be checking out a cool little puzzle game for a little bit called Sushi for Robots. Yeah, that is a gripe I've even had with survival games. Is it feels like they have a cool factor and a really cool like survive everything and build out, but I agree, there's a lot of the times there's no end game, and it's kind of a bummer when there's no way to end it. And a great fix for that is have a story mode and then have endless mode or new game plus mode where the survival is even longer or endless. Like, I understand not wanting to put a full story and leaving it more open, but it would be much better as a gameplay to just have a full story with a beginning, middle, and end in your survival. And that can even be paced out and let you like just dangle the last part or end game to you, and that could even be an ending that could continue on. But yeah, I'm not a really big survival game player, so I think that's why I'm really liking Above Snakes, because the hardcore survival games, they just don't get me like sold in the world that I want to be in. I really like games like No Man's Sky, a little more open world. There's no real ending to the game, but the survival is so chill and relaxing that I kind of set that aside, and it's more just experiencing the actions of mining, taking down pirates, moving supplies from one place to the other, sending out your warships, sending out your freighters, and things like that. No Man's Sky doesn't need an ending because the experience itself is the comfort and the gameplay. But I think it really comes down to it. I like survival games that are more cozy or more relaxing than intense. I'm already doing enough surviving. I don't want to do more surviving. All right, guys, I'm going to go on my last break. When we get back, we